All right, let's talk about one of the most important tools for any med student out there, the UWorld Question Bank. If you're getting ready for the USMLE Step 1, you know how critical this is. But here's the thing, how you actually use it can literally make or break your score. So today, we're going to walk through an expert-level strategy to squeeze every last drop of value out of it. And really, that quote nails it, doesn't it? The stakes are just so high. It's not about how many questions you do, it's about how you do them. You need a real strategy, a plan of attack. That's what this is all about, turning UWorld from just a bunch of questions into your single, most powerful study weapon. So here's the game plan. First, we'll cover the big picture 2-round philosophy. Then, we'll break down what to do in round 1, which is all about learning. After that, we dive into round 2, your assessment phase. From there, we'll get into the nitty-gritty of question strategy and wrap it all up with the marathon mindset you need to cross the finish line. Okay, let's kick things off with the most important idea of all. You have to stop thinking of UWorld as one single thing. It's not. It's 2 completely different tools for 2 completely different jobs. One is for learning and the other is for assessment. Getting these 2 mixed up is probably the biggest mistake students make, and it can cost you. And this slide just lays it all out perfectly. Look at the difference. In round 1, your whole goal is just to consolidate knowledge. You're in tutor mode, you're going system by system, and your focus is on what you need to know. But then, boom, round 2 hits. The goal switches to building strategy, you're now in timed and random mode, and the focus shifts entirely to how to apply what you know when the clock is ticking. So let's really dig into round 1. You have got to completely change how you think about it. This is not a test. I repeat, not a test. You need to treat it like the best, most high-yield, interactive textbook you've ever owned. Its only job right now is to help you build and solidify that massive foundation of knowledge. So here's what that looks like in practice. You're in tutor mode, so you see the explanations right away. You're going system-wise, doing all the cardio questions while you're studying cardio, for example, to make those strong connections. And here's the crucial part. Any new info you learn from a UWorld explanation, you annotate it directly into your copy of first aid. This creates one single ultimate source of truth. And notice that last point. Hold off on the flashcards for now. Why? Because at this stage, you don't really know what you don't know yet, and you'll just end up making a million cards for things you already know. Okay, you've built your knowledge base, it's time for round 2, and this is where everything pivots, hard. The focus now is all about assessments. We're not just testing your knowledge anymore. We're assessing your test-taking skills, your timing, your stamina. This is where you sharpen the blade. And this is the skill we're building. It's called question strategy. And let's be totally honest with ourselves for a second. Nobody, not even the person who gets a 270, walks in knowing 100% of the answers. No way. You might know 60 or 70% for sure. Question strategy is how you bridge that 20-30% gap. It's the secret sauce that turns "I'm not sure" into a correct answer. So to build that skill, you've got to change your whole approach. You flip on timed mode because you need to get fast. You do random blocks because the real test isn't going to give you 40 cardio questions in a row. Your main focus is no longer on what's the fact, but how do I figure this out? And now is when you make flashcards, but only for the concepts you consistently get wrong. The goal is simple. Make it feel exactly like exam day. Okay, so what does mastering question strategy actually look like? What are the moves? Well, it's not some kind of magic. It's a real, systematic process for breaking down a question, especially when you're under pressure and that answer isn't just jumping out at you. Here it is, your 4-step attack plan. Step 1, and this is non-negotiable, read the last line of the question first. This tells you exactly what they want. A diagnosis, the mechanism of a drug. Step 2, quickly scan the answer choices. This primes your brain. Step 3, then you go back and skim the vignette hunting for keywords. And finally, step 4, be aggressive. Eliminate answer choices you know are wrong. And this is exactly what I mean by skimming. Your brain has to learn to skip the fluff, like a 32-year-old man presents to the emergency department, and instead just pull out the gold. 32-year-old man, tearing chest pain, radiates to back, unequal blood pressures. See? It cuts right through the noise, saves you critical seconds, and immediately your brain starts screaming, aortic dissection. But let's be real, it's gonna happen. You can have the best strategy in the world and you're still going to get questions wrong. And that is perfectly okay. In fact, a wrong answer is a gift. It's one of the best learning opportunities you have, but only if you analyze it the right way. The point isn't to just see the right answer. It's to figure out why your answer was wrong. Every single mistake you make, and I mean every one, will fall into one of these three buckets. Was it a pure knowledge gap? Simple, you just didn't know the fact. The fix is to learn it. Was it a silly mistake, like you missed the word not or accept? The fix there is to slow down and be more careful. Or, and this is a big one, was it gut versus overthinking? Did you have the right answer and then talk yourself out of it? By sorting every mistake you make, you'll find patterns in your errors, and you can fix the root of the problem. All right, let's zoom out for a minute. We've been deep in the weeds on tactics and strategies for individual questions, but none of that matters if you don't have the right mindset. Prepping for step 1 is a total marathon, not a sprint. Your success is going to come down to consistency, endurance, and just being mentally tough. During round 2, this number is your new religion. 2 blocks of UWorld every single day. I don't care if you're tired. I don't care if you're not motivated. You do 2 blocks. Why? Because question strategy is a perishable skill. It's like a muscle. If you don't work it out every day, it gets weak. This is how you stay sharp and ready. Okay, everyone, please listen to this because it is so important. Your scores during that first round, they're going to be low, maybe in the 30s or 40s. That is 100% normal and expected. Remember, it's a learning tool. Even when you start round 2, you might be in the 50s or 60s. Do not panic. Trust this process. If you stay consistent, your scores will climb. They will go up into the 80s, even the 90s by the end. So, you just have to maintain that quality and intensity for the long haul. You can't afford a lazy first round. You will pay for it later, I promise. You have to fight that mental fatigue on the last 10 questions of a block because that's exactly what the real exam feels like. And for heaven's sake, take breaks. Burnout is your worst enemy. It will sabotage everything. So if you only take one single thing away from all of this, let it be this. It's not just about studying hard. It's about studying smart. An intentional two-phase strategy for UWorld, where you separate learning from assessing, is what's going to take your prep to the next level. That is the game changer. So I'll leave you with a question to chew on. After everything we've talked about today, the 2 rounds, the question strategy, analyzing your mistakes, what is the one thing you can change about how you use UWorld starting right now? Today, what's that one adjustment going to be?